All right, we are live. Good evening, everyone. It's so good to be here once again. My name is Tolu Joseph, and I'm here on behalf of Competence and Prestige Conference. We started on Monday, and it's been wonderful so far. We had two speakers on Monday, and yesterday we had one because our second speaker couldn't meet up with our timing. But it's all good. If we're able to reorganize a session, it's fine. And if not, I can do a kind of a cover up for that. All right, so we are here this evening for another wonderful session with a great person, somebody I respect so much in the teaching profession. Mr. Peace Bamidele is with us this evening to take us through a wonderful journey about how teachers, of course, teachers in the teaching profession, can command respect and actually get reputation, get good reputation for themselves through their dressing and their body carriage. And I'm sure that Mr. Peace Bamdele is going to do a very good justice to that this evening. So please, if you are watching us this evening, you can see us, you can hear us clearly. Can you please drop a comment in the comment section for us? We'd love to read from you. We'd love to give you a shout out. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being with us since Monday. This is another beautiful session, and we know you're going to learn. We all are going to learn a lot. So, Mr. Peace Bamidele, thank you so much, sir, for being here this evening. We are so happy to have you. You have the floor, sir. You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Tolu, and a very good evening to everybody watching me from wherever you're watching me. My name is Peace Bamidele, and it's an honor to be here at the Competence and Prestige Conference. I believe that you've had a fabulous ride so far since the conference started about 2 days ago. I'm here to lend my voice to this illustrious event that this beloved sister of mine has put together, Tolu Joseph. I really commend you, your diligence, your dutifulness, and your heart for personal development and even developing young people and teachers particularly. I commend you for putting this together in spite of your tight schedule. I know teachers are very busy, and in spite of the demands, I know this must have been very demanding, putting the crop of speakers together and then just diligently doing this every day. I mean, it's easy to put together one-day conference, just one day and you're done. But you've been doing this for 2 days, and I know it continues again tomorrow. So well done, man. Kudos to you. And thank you for inviting me as well. It's such an honor to be here. I've known you for quite a while, and it's always an honor to say yes to your request. And it just so happens that I'm also available. So thank you so much. So I'll go straight right into the business. The topic before me is a long one. It says the psychology of dressing and body carriage. Okay, gaining prestige, honor, and lucrative opportunities through elegant appearance. Okay, gaining prestige, honor, and lucrative opportunities through elegant appearance. So this is just about how you look and packaging, how you look, how you dress, and then of course your carriage. Okay, so the head title is the psychology of dressing and body language and body carriage. Okay, and when you do that, just so that you can gain prestige and honor and lucrative opportunities through elegant appearance. I'll start by saying that the teaching profession has evolved over time. Okay, I was a teacher myself. Just a quick background: I was a teacher. I started as a teacher many years ago, and but right now I'm a consultant. I've evolved to be a lot of things: project director, project lead, being a consultant. I've been a schools director, and so all of that. I'm a consultant. I run 2 businesses in the educational sector, and the teaching profession was my base point. That's where I started from, and so that profession has really evolved. And that's why conferences like this are important to have this kind of conferences, so that we can begin to get teachers to know that there are opportunities they can take advantage of. There are areas that they can begin to evolve and find expression, begin to develop their talents, begin to go into fields. Gone are the days where the role of a teacher is just between or within the 4 walls of a classroom. No, there's much more you can be. There's so much more that a teacher can be. And one of the professions that gives you the latitude to express your talent in remarkable ways is the teaching profession, because you can write, you can speak, you can do a lot of things. Look at what we're doing here. We're both teachers, but we're doing something that is perhaps one of the most important events that will shape history in terms of impacting people and getting people to understand that they have potential, they have something innate in them that can transform the world. So that is something I want to know. Teaching has evolved, okay? Teaching has evolved and it keeps evolving, especially with the constant change of technology. This technological advancement, this is the fourth industrial revolution. And so everybody's talking about chat GPT. A lot of things are happening. And so we have to know that the teaching profession has evolved and keeps evolving over time. And so today, as I begin to talk about the psychology of dressing and body carriage, I want you to pay particular attention to how this topic would help you as a teacher to take advantage of opportunities around you. Okay? I am not just a teacher within the walls of the classroom. What more can I do to impact my world? What more can I do as a teacher to change the narrative in my environment? That is what this conference is about. Competence, your competence, building your prestige. Okay, so I will get on. That's just a quick introduction, so you have some context and some background as to why this conference, particularly is. I can hear some feedback from you, Tolu. I think if you can you mute, or is it from my end or your end? There's some sound I can hear. Okay, yeah, that's good now. Now, before I begin to go into the concept of body language, dressing, body carriage, all of those things, there are two things I want you to know about yourself that is very important that you should discover early on in life before you go into saying, okay, I want to read, I want to study, I want to package myself, I want to dress nice, I want to impress people. Two things you need to sort out as a teacher. This is something that anybody, whether you're a teacher, any profession, you have to settle inside of you before you position yourself outside, before you begin to, before you are asked, before you are requested, before you are presented, before opportunities begin to come to you. You need to resolve these two areas of your life early on. Number one is your identity. Okay, people will say, "Who you are a teacher? Oh, I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher." But you are more than a teacher. Who are you as a person? Many teachers in the classroom, they don't know who they are. Many teachers, I manage schools. I managed hundreds of schools before, and I know when you speak to teachers, one of the reasons why they feel shy about the profession is that they don't know who they are. They don't know their self-worth, what they carry on the inside of themselves. Okay, I learned early on that I am more than just a teacher, and that's why the theme of this conference is more than just a teacher. Who are you as a person? So you need to sort out your identity. Who are you? Are you somebody? Where are you? What are you in this life for? Okay, are you there just to teach and then the students pass the exam, they pass through every session, they pass through Power 6, GSS1, GSS3, whatever class you're teaching, and that's all there is to you? No, you're more than a teacher. So my challenge to you today, sit down and ask yourself, who am I? Who am I? What am I in this life for? Find your purpose. Teaching, of course, is a noble profession, but you have to now find your purpose inside of that teaching profession. I have a couple of friends that do quite a number of things. Of course, Tulu is one of them. She's a teacher as well, but she's also finding her purpose. She does a lot of training sessions on different aspects. What are you? What is that assignment you have been sent to this world to achieve and to accomplish? So you need to sort out your identity before we begin to talk about carriage, because guess what? If you package yourself so well and the opportunities come, but you don't have that identity consciousness that, look, this is who I am. This is why they are sending for me. Before long, you just realize that all of this is just a sham. And I mean, people will just be disappointed at the quality of what you're presenting, because it is not enough to package yourself so well and then the delivery, the content, nothing is there. So find your identity. One of the ways you find your identity is ensuring that as you interact with people, you're not comparing yourself with other people. You know who you are. People are doing what they're doing. People are some people are doctors, they're medical doctors. You are some are engineers, but you are a teacher. But in that teaching profession, you know that there's an identity. There's something I have been sent to contribute to this world. That is what will give you satisfaction, fulfillment, and inner peace as you approach the world, as you engage the world. So number one, find your identity. Number two, you have to draft a vision for your life. I've not started talking about dressing, because dressing is all about the packaging. It's about putting yourself together, making yourself attractive to the world. But you need to sort out these two things. First of all, like I said, is identity. Number two is your vision. What vision do you have for your life? Okay, you may have been in the teaching profession for the last 5 years, but where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Okay, and I'm not saying you should draft it extensively. You have all the details worked out, you have everything written out. You have to just know, what plans do I have for my life? What are the short and long-term goals I have for my life in the immediate future, in the next 2 years, 3 years? What do you see yourself doing? There's nothing wrong with aspiring. There's nothing wrong with desiring. There's nothing wrong with, okay, wanting to say, okay, I want to be like this kind of person. I want to earn this kind of salary. I want to be able to do such and such. That is what is called a vision for your life. And I'm not talking about ambition. It's good to be ambitious, but more important than being ambitious is to be visionary. Okay, you have to draft a vision for your life. As you engage in the world, when you read on social media, you see people achieving a lot of stuff on Instagram, on LinkedIn, they share their accomplishments. Those are things that should not make you jealous. They should inspire you. They should begin to furnish you with arsenal for crafting the vision for your life and say, okay, I see myself, okay, it's shaping your identity. And remember that your vision is going to be sourced from your identity. If you don't know who you are, then your vision will be awkward, will be wayward, will be thwarted in one way, in one form or the other. So draft a vision for your life. Okay, I remember back then in school, back then when I was a teacher, in one of the famous schools in Ibadan, then I drafted a vision for my life. I said, look, I see myself as working with an NGO. I'm a teacher, but education-related NGO. That's what I see myself doing. So I drafted a vision. I said, look, in the next couple of years, I want to get a master's degree. In the next couple of years, I want to be able to work with an NGO. Draft a vision for your life. I still am in the educational sector, but in another field. Of course, you as a teacher now, you have to set a vision, even in that classroom, as you are with that children. Okay, so I want to get my students to achieve such and such. If they scored 80%, you want to get, okay, I want to get them to 100%. You aspire, draft vision for your life. This is a new year, for example, it's still relatively new. We're still in February. So you want to put it down and say, what do I want to achieve between now and the end of the year? Is it putting together a conference? Is it writing a book? Is it speaking to somebody? That's just a short-term goal, but it's part of a vision. As you achieve this minor task, is it to be active on social media? Some people, that's their vision. Is it to be active on social media? Draft a vision for your life, okay? That is important. These two things that I've just talked about are areas that you need to sort out and resolve before you jump into body carriage, all of those dressing competencies, okay? Many people are well packaged, but the content inside of them is empty. Okay, so I'll get into body carriage right now, but please, I want to urge you as a teacher, as a professional, make sure you get an identity for your life, okay? Know who you are. And then, of course, draft a vision. Where are you going to? Where do you want to achieve? What do you want to achieve in the next 5 years? I know what I want to do. I've done a lot of things in the last 10 years of my life, but I still am aspiring. I'm going forward. There's things I want to, those are the things that power you with excitement and energy. Those are the things that even excite you to want to dress a certain way. If you don't see yourself in a certain way, you won't dress a certain way. We're not just talking about going to the market to go and buy clothes and wear and do makeup, and that's just empty. It's not powered by anything. Something has to be powering. This is what is called the back end of dressing. The back end, you know, when on the world of technology, you see the back end and the front end. The front end is what you see. The front end is dressing, is the makeup, is the color combination, is the hairstyle, is the cologne. That's the front end. The back end of that is somebody who is confident, somebody who knows their future, somebody who knows where they are going to, somebody who has a good sense of self-worth, who knows what they are in this world to achieve, who knows what they want to achieve in the next 5 years, 10 years, and they are dressing to suit the occasion. They are dressed when they appear in front of that classroom, when they appear in front of a hall, in front of on social media, they are dressing to suit the image of them that they have in themselves, the identity and the future they see. Okay, so that is very important. That's why I had to start with that first, so that we're not just appearing so beautiful, so handsome in front of people, and then it's time to deliver, it's time to present, and there's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. So that is not a good thing to have. Okay, so but now let's get into the concept of body carriage, because that's also important. Dressing, body carriage, also very important. And when we say, I'll go elaborately into all of these things, but when we talk about this, what do we really mean when we say body carriage, dressing? Of course, essentially what this means is just being presentable in the way you look. As simple as possible, the way you look. People don't care how much you, sound brilliant if you are not appealing to the eye. Okay, people are drawn. They like things that are visually appealing. Okay, so when we talk about dressing, body carriage, we're talking about being presentable. Okay, we're talking about how you walk and how you talk. Okay, we're talking about how you look. Okay, we're talking about how you smell. Okay, so appealing to the sense of sight, appealing to the sense of smell. Those two things, that's body carriage, that's dressing. So when somebody looks you, before you even say anything, which has to do with sound, before you say anything, what you smell like and what you look like should send a message before you even make a sound at all. That is body carriage. That is dressing. Before you say anything, when you walk into a room, when a parent meets with you in the school, you're interacting with you, when they just see you from a distance, because guess what? People make judgments from afar. We just observe it. Nature, definitely people generally observe people from afar, and when they see them, they just, will be, without you saying anything, they just see you walking down the aisle. I mean, they just admire this person. A parent just admires a teacher, a student just admires you. Remember back then when I first started teaching, I used to speak so well. I taught English language, SS3. I taught English language, and the student just admired me. Even the student I didn't teach wanted me to teach them because of how I comported myself. I like how this guy comports himself, how he walks. I mean, the way he glides, the shoes he wears. I mean, those are things that they will admire. But by the time they now interact with you, they now say, okay, there's substance behind that dressing, which was what I addressed earlier in terms of your identity.
And that there is something deeper they need to learn before they get to that point.
Fantastic. Yeah. That's it. So very important that there's something attracts them, but when they're attracted, they now say, okay, there's something deeper that keeps them. Because if you are well dressed, but you lack content, you lack substance, okay, they come before you and they say something, and you say something, you don't keep them. No sustainability. Any well-packaged dressing is not sustainable if content and substance is lacking. Okay, so when we talk about body carriage dressing, we're talking about how you dress. Okay, we're talking about even how you address situations. Okay, how you address situations, that's body carriage. How you talk, how you speak, your compunction, your mannerism, your gestures, your body signs, your body clues, your body language, that's carriage. Okay, how you look, how you talk. I'm going to talk about all of these things as I proceed. Okay, how you smell, how you look. When a parent comes to you, even before, I mean, if you have body odor, if you have your mouth is smelling, or you have halitosis, as they call it, all kinds of things, or you don't know how to combine colors, or your hair is the same hair tassa you've had for a long time. And we're not, these things, it doesn't have to be so expensive. Okay, it's just being able to maximize the little things that you have. That's what it's about. The little, if you do, I know teachers generally, they don't get paid so much, but the little that you have, okay? Because as you position yourself out there, either on social media, you go for events, that prestige, the prestige of the teacher, people shouldn't look at you and think that you're suffering. No, people shouldn't look at you and think that, hey, that's why I don't want my child to be a teacher. No, they should look at you and say, I desire my child to be like this because you sound nice, you smell nice, but beyond all of that, you now have content, substance on the inside of you. So that's what that's just as a way of defining the topic, which is dressing and body carriage. Now let's look at why is this important. If I have substance, if I'm smart, if I'm intelligent, isn't that what they should be focusing on? Why should they be focusing on my dressing, my cologne, how I smell? No, what's all of that? It's very important to, okay, there's something called optics. Optics, for example, is defined as the public's opinion of, an understanding of a situation. When they are looking at you, the public is making a judgment. People are making a judgment. So there's something called optics. Okay, beyond what you are doing is how you are doing it and what the audience is perceiving from what you're doing. So when we talk about optics, is the public's opinion and understanding of a situation after seeing it as the media shows it and the possible effect it has on people. That's optics, because in this life there's something called optics. The way you look, the way people are perceiving you as you look, as you sound, is more important in some instances than what you're even saying. So it's not just what you're saying, it's the how of it. And that's what we're talking about now, the how of it. Okay, so you can say something, but how you say it, somebody else can say it another way, and they will like that person. You have said exactly the same thing, but how you say it. So we're talking about the tone, the mannerism, the carriage, the position, the balance, all the other accoutrements. For example, two brilliant people finish first class university of a particular university in the country, and they are called to make a presentation. One of them dresses smart, dresses excellently well, cologne, everything. The other one, not as much. And then both of them, the same level of intelligence. Who would you go for? That's what is called optics, because that one has done something extra on the external. You have just focused on the internal. Okay, position yourself, packaging yourself. That's another thing. There's something called packaging. Imagine if something is sent to you, a product is sent to you. For example, I just got a delivery of an item now from an online store. And imagine if it was delivered to me, just the product itself, without any packaging at all. Wouldn't you be worried that what's happening? No, there's something called packaging. it has to be in a package. It has to be wrapped. You have to unseal it. You have to unwrap it. That is what happens when you dress well. That is what happens when you have a body carriage. There's packaging. Okay, when you package yourself, people are you are a mystery to people who are looking forward. You are waking curiosity in people. People want to hear you. People want to say, who is this person? Because you look nice, you sound nice. You walk in a way before you even see anything. They just like you. It just awakens curiosity. So first, there's optics. I'm talking about the why now. Why is it important? Why should we dress nice? Why should we package ourselves? Why should we carry ourselves with some prestige and competence before even we even say anything? It's because there's optics. The way you look sends a message across to the world. And of course, there's packaging. People like things to be well packaged. Imagine if I had a child now and I'm sending I want to decide on a teacher that wants to teach my child. And I see them, one of them is looking tattered, looking not well kept, smelling. And the other one, even if this other one that is looking tattered is smarter and is a better teacher than this other one, I would not be immediately drawn to him or her. Because smelling teacher, why is this person looking like this? But the other one looking clean, well kept, and all of that, that's the one I'll be easily drawn to. But of course, that one also should have substance, which was what I started with. Very important. So there's optics, so that the concept of packaging. Of course, the third reason why it is also important while we're looking at this is because we live in a noisy world, noisy, busy world. If you want to catch people's attention, okay, the attention span of people, very short. If you want to catch the attention, you have to be able to sustain the attention. One of the ways you sustain people's attention is by packaging yourself properly. Okay, you want to sustain the attention, you want to keep their interest. And you're not doing all of this because that's just how the world operates. You're not doing all of this because that's all there is to it and you don't have substance. That's why I started again with those two concepts. By the time you get their attention and they are endeared by that, then all of that, you sustain their interest. For example, you want to woo a girl now. You want to toast a babe. For example, you're a guy, you want to toast a babe, you want to woo a babe. There's something about that girl that will first attract you before she even says anything. You just see her from a distance. I like how this guy talks. I like how she walks. She's beautiful. I like her. The way she dresses up and all of that. There's something. That is what will motivate you to approach the girl and want to say something. That's the same thing about teachers. That's the same thing about professionals. That's the same thing about how you carry yourself. So that we live in a noisy world. There are many options. There are many, just like if you want to date a girl, now there are many girls that can catch your attention. There are many girls. Same thing professionally. There are many teachers that have talents, giftings. And so you shouldn't leave any stone unturned when it comes to packaging yourself correctly. Okay, because we live in a noisy world. And then lastly, of course, the concept of you are addressed the way you're dressed. I'm sure we all know that concept of you are addressed the way you're dressed. People address you when they see you. If you dress like a shoemaker, they will address you as a shoemaker. They see you and you are dressed like somebody who is a cleaner. That's how you be addressed. Okay, so if you want to command the right people to address you rightly, if you want to be addressed rightly, then dress that same way. Okay, you don't go to a conference where everybody's wearing a suit and a tie, and because you're a teacher, you just wear a t-shirt and just strolling because you're a teacher and you don't have much money. No, you dress like that as well. You enter into character. You enter into character and dress suit up. And say, what do you do? And you say it with so much prestige. I'm a teacher. Till today, when I'm introducing myself, that's what I still say. I'm a teacher. I've branched into other fields, but I'm still a teacher. My mom was a teacher. My dad is a teacher. I am a teacher. Okay, I was born in a school. My mom still tells me the story today. On the first day after I was born, the next day after my mom left the hospital, the next day I was put in a classroom. I was hearing. So I'm a teacher by birth. I'm still a teacher today. I say it with all pride in me because I know what I'm worth. I know what I carry, and anywhere I go, I dress like that. I command the attention of people. And so those are the reasons, because attraction, people, if you want to attract people, you have to look the part. If you want to attract people, you have to look the part. You can't just look anyhow and command attention, command attraction. No, you command attention, you command attraction. You have to look the part. Okay, you have to be presentable. Remember, that's what all of this is about. Because the world, that's what the world recognizes. That's how the world works. It's not because they don't like you. It's just how the world works. If there are other people that are well dressed, that are better dressed, that's who they will go for. No matter how well sounding you are, it's all the same thing. If you package your CV rightly, no matter how well you look, if you package your CV well, that will stand out somewhere. The content of the CV still has to be great, but of course the packaging, if you just all the font size and you put yellow, put green, anyway, people will be this. They will just throw your CV somewhere else. That's the same way it looks when you are dressed up and you just put red. How now? and you just wear your belt and you call the shoe of the belt, the shoe and the belt color are not the same. You are talking in the shoe. Those are simple things that people do not know. Okay, and the hair is up like this, and the makeup is up like this, and the lipstick, everything is no. You're not looking like a masquerade, looking like a witch. No, that's not people. People would not want to listen to the content and the substance you have taken 2 hours or 3 hours to prepare for. No, okay. How you look is also important. And so when we're talking about how to look, of course, we're talking about color combination. We're talking about the clothes you wear. You're talking about how you smell. You're talking about your beards and some people will just leave beards unkempt and everything will just be bushy. You comb properly. Your hair, you comb it properly. Ladies, you make your style, you make your hair as much as you can, and then you dress properly, combine colors properly. You don't combine pink and yellow, and then you're looking like a masquerade. Like I shared in one of my books, The Missing Link of Education, I talked about creativity. Creativity is very important as a teacher. You come into a classroom and you want to be creative, no matter how brilliant you have researched that topic. Okay, but if you come into that class and you're looking like a masquerade wearing pink and red, and then your voice is so low and we can't hear you, and you have prepared for 10 hours for this class, it's the most exciting. You have come to excitement. When you get there and all your facial expressions, nothing. This lacking of life. Your students will not enjoy your class. All of those other things, they are called non-verbal elements. Before you say anything, all of those other things that come together to make you an expert, that to make you exceptional, to make you stand out in a noisy world. Those are the things that we're talking about here. So your hairstyle, of course, cleanliness. You shouldn't be smelling. Use cologne, use roll-on, look nice, smell. Before anybody hears anything from you, they should be impressed by what they see with their eyes. By what they smell with their nose, they should be impressed at first sight. They should love you at first sight. That's what we're talking about. Okay, so let me move on now quickly because we don't have time, a lot of time here. I'll be rounding up very soon. These are topics that you don't say so much about, given the context we have. It's just to inspire you to action and to get you to know what is important, okay, and to be able to prioritize and to be able to read more about these concepts after this conference. Now, talking more about dressing. How should you dress? Okay, what should be your priority for dressing? When you are dressing, when you are carrying your body, what should be the goal? Okay, the goal of dressing well and body carriage. Number one, you dress to command positive attention. Dress to command. When I talk about dressing, there also body carriage. So I'm just using that one term, dressing. Dress to command positive attention. You don't want to dress to command negative attention. Okay, you don't want to command attention that is unnecessary. That's why I had to put positive attention. First of all, dress to command attention. Get people's attention. Okay, if you want to get people's attention, dress well. Okay, wear something that people will say, okay, this is not about spending a lot of money, but just dress to command attention. But make sure that attention is positive. People should not be distracted by what you're wearing. As a public speaker, shouldn't be, as a teacher, people shouldn't be distracted. Okay, that's not attention. The attention we are saying is that they should be able to place their attention on you pending the time you are speaking, pending the time you are making that presentation or delivering that subject matter. Dress to command positive attention. You shouldn't be exposing body parts in a way that would distract the audience from the thing you are saying. Dress to command positive attention. Dress such that people can pay attention to you and what you're saying. Okay, shouldn't be so colorful and flamboyant as a way to now distract. You wear one very skirt, one slit. You slit it from the top and to the bottom to top, and that's all the guys are looking at. Positive attention. That's negative attention because all the guys they're not listening to you. That's what they'll be distracted by. Of course, if they're distracted by that, God bless you if you don't have content again. Everything is just a mess. Dress to command positive attention. Also, dress to command respect. Dress to command respect. Okay, people, you need to command respect in this profession. Okay, please to command respect. I remember back then in university days, studying education, University of Lagos, a friend of mine that were in the hostel together said, "Oh, we're studying." Yes, so up Unilag. And I mean, that guy was in year 2 or something. This guy was studying engineering, and he said, "Oh, you guys in education, what are you guys studying? You become a teacher, and he was just making fun of the profession." And I don't know where I had the confidence from. I just looked at him. I said, "Look, you know what you know, and I don't know it. I know what I know, and you have no clue about it. So stay on your lane, and I will stay on my lane. Let's go to the future and see." And the guy was so shocked and said, "Where did you get this boldness from?" I don't know. You have to command respect. And from that day, the guy respected me till we graduated. Anytime he sees me, because I commanded respect, regardless of what you. Because back then in school, education was this school, this course you are studying, and they just take you for granted. They trivialize what you're studying and say, okay, you guys are not going to amount to much because you're not going to get a good job at the end of the day. But I command respect. Dress well. Anytime I'm going to the other faculties to take courses, command respect. Speak with intelligence. Contribute to conversations. Dress that way. So when there's a way you can dress, like by the time you are walking to that place, even because when you dress well, you feel confident. Even you yourself will feel confident, which is my second point. My third point, dress to inspire confidence in yourself. So, but when you're dressing to command respect, when you walk into a place, people, their heads should turn and say, how is this person? Who is this person? They shouldn't be dismissing you and say, this one is irrelevant. This one does not know what she's saying. They should, before you even say it, as you walk into that room, as you enter into that class, everybody, as you, even the whiff or the waft of your perfume, I like your perfume. I like the color of your shoes. I like your hairstyle. Something about you should even stand out. It should make you turn. What's that? And then when you now climb the podium or you stay in front of the classroom and you're speaking with that parent, you are the parents who want to come to every time they have an issue because they just like how you look, they like how you sound, they like how you carry yourself. So dress to command respect. Okay, no parent can. Gone are the days when parents will be speaking rudely or speaking harshly on teachers. It's because those teachers don't command respect. And one of the ways you command respect is how you look. When they come into your class and they see you the way you are dressed, when they see that shoe, no matter how some cheap. I'm not saying things that are some cheap things that are durable, that are qualitative, that look good, and they look at you and they can't. Nobody can be asking how much did you buy your shoe. No, as long as they look presentable, looks good, and your hairstyle is nice, you wear a cologne and you smell nice. Even when they want to approach you, when they want to speak, there's something inside of them that will make them calm down when they see you. But you're just looking like anyhow, like a garage person or a cleaner. No. They will just want to speak. Who are you? But if you are there, calm, seated, even the way you sit down, which I'm going to talk about later on, the way you sit down with a lot of personality and listen to them, and you're speaking calmly. All right, ma'am. Okay. And then there's this teacher is calm. This teacher understands. And remember, it has to start from your identity. You know who you are. You command that respect in your dressing. When they're looking at you, nobody dares speak to you anyhow because they know what you are. They know what you command in the scheme of things. So dress to command attention, positive attention, dress to command respect, and dress for confidence. Okay? Confidence is one of the biggest things that can help your career. Okay? Many people have so much talent, so much potential, but they are shy. Okay, and if you're not confident, you're not going to be able to take advantage of opportunities ahead of you. Okay, and one of the ways you inspire confidence, dress well. Okay, it doesn't end with dressing, though. There are other things you do if you want to inspire confidence, but at least settle the dressing part first. Some people, they don't, this my shirt is rumpled. Why not iron it before you go out? Because when it's rumpled and you're going for presentation, that's when you don't be checking yourself. Do I look good? I'm not sure this my shoe is torn somewhere. Why not fix that shoe before you go for that presentation? So by the time you go there, you're not checking yourself out, because one of the things that sponsors shyness is self-consciousness. If you are too self-conscious, you will not be confident. You will not deliver that subject matter well. And so if you are well dressed and you dress up very well and you know that I feel myself. When you go, I look good. I look at me. You stand up there and you walk with so much class, and you're not trying to check yourself because you know I've sorted it out. Don't worry, my makeup is on the flick. Don't worry, I'm well done. Press this man. Don't worry, just I'm good. So you dress to inspire confidence in yourself. So by the time you are now stepping out to do anything, you are so confident that look, my dressing is fine. If they are checking me out, they won't find a flaw. I'm good. Let me just go and deliver my subject matter now. So you don't have to be bothering about whether I look good or not and all of that. Confidence, dress to inspire confidence. And of course, number 4 is dress to channel your inner energy. I like this one. Dress to channel your inner energy. There's something called inner energy. Everybody has it. And that's the passion with which I'm speaking now. I'm channeling my inner energy. Everybody has it. If I'm done with this presentation now, I'll just go and sit down quietly. You don't know that I just finished preaching or teaching a storm now. I'll just sit down quietly. But when you are delivering, when you are presenting, there's something called inner energy with which you should speak. Everybody has it. And one of the things that powers it is your dressing. What I'm wearing today for this particular presentation, I chose it intentionally because I said, okay, this is going to help me deliver in a particular way. It's not just everything that will help you. You don't go to a presentation, you're going to a place to speak or teach or make and you just, which shirt? You just carry one. No, you first think about it, which one will help me channel my inner energy? Which one will help me be more confident when I'm speaking? This is the one. I'll go for it. I'm going by anchor event, I'm going for event, I'm going for presentation. No, you think about it, which one, which suit which I wear, which shirt will I wear, which skirt can I combine? You think about it, this is the one. You now carry it, because it's not just content. People are focusing on content, what I want to deliver. That's just one part of it. When they see you like this, the first thing, you should register an impression. You should send a feedback to them and say, I want to listen to this guy. As you are sitting down preparing your notes, they're calling your name. That should even inspire them. I know this guy, just like how he looks. I want to listen to him. You make them cap. So what will make you channel your inner energy? And as you're speaking, what will make you be able to channel that passion, be able to express all the content you are delivering with so much passion and conviction? That's why you should dress well, okay? And then lastly, dress to inspire and to impact. Okay, dress to inspire and to impact. Okay, some people, when they dress like this, people copy them because they just like how they combine colors. I do that a lot. So I see somebody social media, I see how I like the way this guy combined these two colors. I'm going to get this combination. I'm going to try it one day. You're inspiring people. You don't know. Dress to leave an impact. Okay, people look at you and they just I just like that hairstyle. Can you see how that hairstyle goes with that shoe, and how that shoe goes with that belt, and how that belt goes with the color, and everything just beyond. And all of that experience combines with what you have said, your presentation, to register and to leave an impression in the lives of that people. That's impact. Okay, that's impact. The way you look, the way you sound, and it's just a jacket. I remember going for a presentation, and I just what am I going to wear for this speaking engagement that I had? And I said, okay, let me wear this brown jacket. And okay, what would I wear inside? I'm going to wear a white shirt inside. I'm going to wear a white shoe. Okay. So I went, and just by the sight of me, people were already inspired. I like this guy. Well, I just crossed my leg, waiting down. Teacher, I was just waiting for a presentation. So over 200 people, a conference I went for, and that already got a lot of people's attention. By the time I now spoke and delivered my content, of course, beyond, I spoke very well, definitely, but beyond that, how I looked also contributed to my speaking, because there's that guy with brown jacket and white shoe. Because I wore a white shoe to register impact, to leave a lasting impression. I remember that guy that had the white shoe on. If you are trying to describe me, it's the white shoe that will leave an impact. And that guy. And so everything I said was impactful. But what I wore also contributed to the impact and sealed the deal. These are important things to take note of. The world out there is not fair. They are not nice. They are not looking to help you. So you have to do everything possible to combine all the factors together to help you take advantage and maximize opportunities. As I begin to round off now, next 5 minutes, where should you demonstrate all of these things that I've just talked about? Of course, you demonstrate it, especially where you are right now, okay? When you wake up in the morning at home, dress well, okay? There's no, even if I'm not going out, I wake up, have my bath, and wear something nice. Apply roll-on, apply cologne, and sit down and start working. Not that I would just wake up and be strolling and be watching a movie and I wake up.
You don't even know when emergency can come.
Yes. I wake up, even if I'm not going out, if I'm not doing anything, that's my routine. Once I'm done with my schedule, with my prayer in the morning, doing everything, I wake up, go to the bath, dress up. By 9 a.m., I'm already, if I'm not going anywhere, I'm seated, dressed up, looking sharp. Sometimes I'm even wearing a suit. So I start doing my personal work and all of that. It starts from where you are. And if you're going out to dress well, wear cologne, anywhere you're going to. And of course, more importantly, because of course, nobody will teach you that if you are going out, you should dress well, okay? But people forget it is when they're home and nobody's looking at them and they just take it for granted. No, the culture should start there. And then more importantly, also on social media. This is an internet age. It's a social media age. Social media is for positioning. That's my personal philosophy. It's not for likes. I can post something now. If I don't get one like, I don't care. If I don't get two, I don't care. If I don't get any like at all, I don't care. For me, social media is about positioning. I can tell you countless opportunities that have come to me because of social media. I remember this is conference on competence and prestige. We are talking about teachers that can take advantage of opportunities around them. Teachers that can position themselves so that opportunities can look for them. Of course, one of the speakers here, you will meet her. I don't know if she's spoken already, Kemi Ogusoya. Excellent teacher, a good friend of mine. She also is from University of Lagos, by the way. So Unilag is trending. She was one of my, prodigies on campus then. She was a set before me. And she was inspired by what I did in school. And I know we connected after school. And what she does today is incredible. Of course, if you read that story online, you see a lot of opportunities that have come her way because what? He positioned herself on social media. So social media is for positioning. I don't care if you like my post or not, as long as you see it. There's no way you post and people will not see it. It's just that they will be quiet. I can tell you the millions of naira that I've made just by being available on social media. Jobs, the last 2 jobs I've gotten in the last 3 years have come to me just, and I didn't know they even existed. People just reached out to me because the jobs are available, and because I was always positioning myself on social media. People that didn't even like my post, they'll just reach out and say, okay, I saw this, this is exciting, and they will reach out and I'll do some work. The work I do today, social media, positioning. And when you talk about this positioning, dressing is one of the things. Dressing is one of the things. You don't just post a random picture of you looking very silly, doing silly things on social media. We're talking about courage. We're talking about positioning yourself. We're talking about making yourself, putting yourself in a certain light. That people will have a perspective of you that, I've not met this guy, but I know this guy, from what he posts, from what he does, from the kind of dresses he wears. You don't just wearing bra on social media and you say you want somebody to invite you to come out for a speaking engagement. How now? Maybe they will invite you to a club to come and teach them something in the club, but not to take advantage of opportunities that are global. No, if you want to take advantage of opportunities that are global, you have to look the part. You have to dress well. You are posting stuff on social media. You wear a suit, wear a jacket, look something nice, wear a cologne, look good. And then anybody, anywhere in Australia can see that post and say, I like this guy. Look at the jacket, look at the suit. Anything I post there on social media cannot be anything nasty. I position myself well. On your WhatsApp status, you can't just post anything rubbish. People, you are forming perspective, you are forming opinions, okay? So your courage, the kind of things you share, that is also body courage. It's already forming perspective. There are thousands of people that have never met me. For example, now, let's not even go far. I have never met Tolu before.
Yes, so.
I have never seen her live before. We only connected online. And we met online because she saw something that I was doing. I also saw something that we connected. I've never seen her this and this. About over 5 years that we have been connecting and relating. That is social media for you. You are positioning yourself on social media. People are making an opinion of you. You are sending a message. You are sending a signal. They don't have to like it. Don't bother yourself about liking. I post every week, whether you like it or not. I don't care. But I know you are seeing it. Somebody is seeing it. Somebody is seeing it, and they are making a decision. They are making an opinion. One day would come. Opportunities will knock and they say, is that guy that poster? I know she does something like this. That guy, I know he does something like this. Call him, send him a message, send him an email, reach out to him. They are forming a perspective, you are forming an opinion upon yourself. So on social media, in class, you go to church, as you go to your mosque, and anywhere you're going to, look good. You will never have an opportunity to talk to everybody, and people will never have opportunity to talk to everybody, but they will have an opportunity. They may have an opportunity to see you from a distance. Back then, I used to host an event, one of the biggest conferences in the country then, the Lagos Teachers Conference. Thousands of teachers would gather. Of course, I would not speak to all of the thousands, but imagine if I go there and do anything and something that is not professional, that's not professionally done. And they've already made an opinion about me. So anytime they remember me,
when we met. It was a Lagos conference.
That's what you carry forever. That's what you. But if you deliver something solid and your courage, your banner, in preparing for that event, I'll go there and I'll prepare. I'll go to the night before. I'll speak. I'll get ready. I'll write my notes out because I know this is a game-changing opportunity. This is a life transformative opportunity. I needed to be prepared for that because thousands of people are going to be making a perspective of me. People are going to be watching online. For example, I don't know who is looking at me now. For example. I don't know who's looking at me, but I'm delivering my best, assuming that, look, I'm making an opinion. I'm leaving something on the inside of you that you will remember for a long time. I say, that guy, Peace Bamdele, I like that guy. I just like how he delivered that content. And that will stay with you for many, many, many years. And who knows, okay, after now, you just want to say, let me reach out to this guy. This guy, I think I like what he did. Then they will reach out to Tolu, and Tolu will say, somebody that joined last time reached out. That's how life works. So important, as long as you're on social media, as long as you have a job, even at your home, on your WhatsApp statuses, okay, when you go for other events, speaking engagements, conferences, seminars, events, look the part, dress well, look good, sound good, prepare, get ready, and I know you will deliver, okay? In rounding off, I'll just talk about non-verbal body language, okay? Non-verbal component, which is body language, non-verbal element, okay? There's something called kinesics. Kinesics is the study of facial expression. It's a study of facial expressions postures and gestures. Kinesics, Kinesics, kinesics is the study of facial expression, postures, and gestures. That is something you need to study. Okay, that is also part of body carriage. You can't be talking about something passionate and not look passionate. Okay, you can't be making a presentation to inspire people and your posture doesn't look like that. Okay, you can't be trying to convince people about an argument, about a public speech. You are talking something, you want to convince them, you want to sway them to your side, and your facial expressions don't show it. It's nothing like that. Your courage also, when you're speaking, you are speaking to a parent, trying to appeal to them and say, you understand this, then this is my matter, and all of that. Your face should carry that action. You should have emotion. That's part of emotional intelligence, which I teach to thousands. Okay, in another world. Okay, there's something called oculesics. OCULESICS, oculesics. That's the study of eye contact. Some people are not able to look people eye to eye. They're not able to look at people one on one and look at them and make eye contact. You're making a presentation, you can't. They are shy, which is one of the reasons. Okay, because they're shy, they can't look at people one on one and look at them face to face. When you make eye contact with people, you are registering something in their hearts, as opposed to just looking over their heads. People say, okay, if you're making a presentation, look over their heads. If you are shy, no, look at their faces. It helps that presentation. It helps you when you're talking to people, make eye contact. All of these things are part of carriage. You don't know. People are already making opinions about you. There's something called haptics, HAPTICS, haptics. This is the study of touching another person, touching people. Some people don't know how to touch, and some people don't touch at all. Okay, you have a friend, you're trying to counsel people. Maybe you're a counselor, you don't know how to. The study of how to touch people appropriately. Some people want to over touch now. No, don't touch people, over touch people. Touch people moderately. Of course, that touching also has an impact. And in some instances, you don't touch at all. But instances you touch to add to what you are saying. It gives more validity to what you're saying as you touch them, and to give that perspective that, okay, I care. Just to add a bit of more emotion to it. Okay, that's haptics. There's something called proxemics. Proxemics is PROXEMICS. Proxemics is the measurable distance between two people as they interact. Some people don't know how to manage distance. Okay, you're talking to somebody and you're too close to them, or you're talking to somebody and you're too far from them. No, you have to know what is the measurable distance. Okay, those are the little things. Some people have idiosyncrasies and quirks that people find very repulsive. Parents can find certain things repulsive. You're talking to a parent and you're too close to them. Move now, why are you too close to me? And all of it. Some little quirks that people find repulsive. And so if you have to be able to know those things, that look, I don't shout too much, or maybe you're on the phone with somebody, your voice tone, which is the next thing I'm going to talk about, paralinguistics. Okay, paralinguistics is your study of your voice tone, your pitch, your speed, your volume, and your pauses when you're speaking. Now, you can see that I wasn't just speaking through. The instances where I would just slow down, but the instances where my pitch was so high, I was speaking with a lot of passion. But now the speed is a bit relatively calm, because I'm saying something that I want you to take note of and write. And so when you're on the phone with somebody, when you're speaking to somebody, paralinguistics will teach you the pitch. Sometimes you speak high. It's not all through that you speak high. The speed, sometimes you speak very fast, because that point is not important, and then you slow down because you want to lay emphasis on something and you want them to remember. And then volume also, you increase your volume so that you strike an impact. And then sometimes you just pause. You pause for effect, so I will make it sink. These are courage. These are things that leave impressions on the people. I just like the vibe. I just like the vibe. So I would say all of these things help you. There's also chronemics, the study of the use of time. Some people don't know how to use time. Somebody has called you and you're just speaking, and you say, I have just 5 minutes to do this. No. Know how to manage people's time excellently, and manage people's time well. Parents are there making perspective about you. Things are there. Things are happening. These are things. These are the things that people look out and they want to call you back next time. These are the things that people look at. This guy, I want this guy to be my teacher. This guy, I want this guy to be my child's lesson teacher. This guy, I want this guy to speak at an event. I want this guy to speak at, no, this guy is more than a teacher. This girl, no, come and speak to yesterday I still got a training opportunity because they saw what I did online. I want you to come and train my staff, 40 members of my staff. I like what you are doing. Come and teach them on communication skills. That is it. And this person has never met me before, just saw what I did online and what I put online. I say, I like this guy. When they see me, you deliver. And from there, somebody else will see you. That's how opportunities open. You have to take advantage of opportunities, not just by sitting down. You have to position yourself well. Of course, the content is good, but all of these other things come together to ensure that you are competent and prestigious in the teaching profession. Okay. Final note, I will say, if you don't remember anything I've said, always have a smile on your face. That works magic anytime, any day. Okay. If all the things I've said, maybe you didn't remember it,
Oh, oh, oh my
have a smile
God.
on your
Oh
face.
my God.
My work
Oh
is
my
done.
God.
Thank you so much
Tapi,
for having me.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I mean, this is a lot. This is a lot. I don't even want the session to end. Like, I wish it could continue. You see, you have given us a lot to, I won't say that you have given us too much to chew, because that would be, but you have given us a lot to chew, something that we cannot even finish chewing today alone. We'll continue to ruminate over this over and over and over again. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
By doing this, I believe that you have contributed to helping me realize the vision I have for competence and prestige enterprise. The truth is, before I started this, I have a burden. I have a burden in my heart, and that burden is about the loss of prestige in the teaching conference. I mean, in the teaching profession, how teachers are so much relegated. Yes, I understand that the society has relegated the profession. I mean, the way the society sees the profession, the way they just treat it with disrespect and disregard. But then I believe that we, the teachers who are in this profession, are the ones who are going to position ourselves rightly for the respect and for the prestige, for the reputation that we deserve. So we're not going to continue to look shabby. We're not going
Yes.
to continue to look sloppy, and then we expect that we will be respected, or we will be, will be liked, or our profession will be desired. You know that the way we even position ourselves, the way some teachers position themselves wrongly, is
Yeah.
even the reason many people, in fact, if you go to many schools today, you realize that many students, they don't even look at teachers and desire to be teachers. Like, they
True.
don't even desire to become
Yeah.
teachers because of the way some of these teachers look, their appearance, the way they talk, the way they carry themselves. And then I feel like, no, things can be better.
Yeah.
Teachers cannot continue to be like this.
Yes.
Teachers cannot continue to look shabby.
Yeah.
And there is this mentality I feel is fueling a lot of this wrong attitude. This attitude of Shebi, I am just a teacher. That's the mentality I hate so
Yeah.
much. So this mentality of, why should I do so much? I am just a teacher. Why should I go that extent? I mean, why should I go to that extent? Shebi, I'm just a teacher. No, you are not just a teacher. You are more than a teacher.
Yes.
You are more than just a
Mother.
teacher.
Yeah.
Because you are influencing lives. You
Yes.
are you are directly interacting with souls,
Very
and
true.
these people are looking at you. The way people see you, the way you appear, actually it leaves a long, a lasting impression in
Yes.
the hearts of people.
Very
So
true.
how you look matters, how you talk matters, how you carry yourself matters.
Yeah.
So please, teachers, we really need to do better. We need to do better. Mr. Peace has said a lot this evening. In fact, my own jotter, I don't know about your own jotter. My own jotter is full. I mean, it is full. Like I put on the screen, he came with fire. Like, he came with fire. I heard a lot, and I'm so inspired. I am so inspired. So as
Yeah.
you go out there, know that you are more than just a teacher. You are
Yeah.
more than just that person who goes to the board to write on the board, who prepares lesson notes, lesson plan, and all that. How do people see you outside the classroom? How do you position yourself? Yes, you've been clamoring that, oh, you don't have a good job, people do not respect you in the society, they don't regard you, they look down on you. I should ask you, how are you positioning yourself? How do you dress? That dress is even a problem. It's as if, oh, there is a particular shabby and paltry way that teachers should dress. When you see the way some teachers dress, you ask yourself, that is it the same profession that I am in? You see these people, and then you're not seeing any trace of elegance, of prestige in them, and then they are wishing to have that reputation. It is not going to work. It is never going to work. And I love saying that there are two things you need to settle before you can even begin to talk about. And that is why, when I was registering my business, I registered it as a business, actually, Competence and Prestige Enterprise. When I was registering it, actually what I had in mind was just prestige. I mean, prestige is lost in the teaching profession, and I don't like it. This is a profession that I am passionate about, that I'm willing to grow in. And then I cannot see my colleagues looking all paltry, looking shabby. And then sometimes when I dress, people are asking me, are you sure you're a teacher? Of course I am a teacher. Are you telling me that there is a paltry way? Like, because I'm a teacher now, I should appear anyhow. No, that is not going to happen. So I feel like we can do better. So I had this prestige in mind. But on the long run, when I was thinking about the name, I thought of it that you cannot just ask for prestige. You cannot build prestige. You cannot ask for reputation or build reputation for yourself if you are not competent. And that is why that competence came in. So competence is something you need to settle first. Like he said, if you are all good, you're looking fine, you're this, you're that, but you lack content inwardly, you have nothing, you're just empty, then all your looking good, your whatever is just nothing. I mean, it's just empty. So you really need to work on your identity. Who are you? What's your vision? What's your purpose? What are you doing to influence your environment, your community? That is even what is going to position you rightly. So please, more about this dressing. As long as you have settled your identity issue, your vision, everything is on point, please complement it with your dressing. Let your dressing be commensurate to the content you are carrying, to that quality that you have inside of you. The first thing, even if you have content, you are good, you are competent, and then you are appearing, the first thing people will see is not, they don't have what's it called, they don't have witch or wizard. How do they put it? They are not witches, they are not wizards. So they're not going to see those inward qualities that you think you have. The first thing they want to interact with, the first thing they will make contact with is your physical appearance. So please make it good, make it look better than you've always do it. You've always done it. This is a profession that is like the pillar for every other profession. I still say this is the mother of every other profession. So don't give it a bad outlook. Don't give it a bad reputation. Please, how you dress, how you appear, how you talk have a lot to do with the respect that people will have for the teaching profession as a whole. Remember that when you begin to position yourself for the right reputation, when you begin to position yourself for prestige, people will begin, the mentality of people about the teaching profession will begin to change. You and I are the ones that can change this teaching profession. We are the ones who can change the narrative of the teaching profession. If someone is doing it and the other person is pulling it down, we can't go far. Yep. We cannot go far. So please don't have this mentality of I am just a teacher. Like Mr. Peace Bamidele said, there are clothes that are even cheap and you will still look good in them. It will be simple and you will look presentable. So you don't have to break your boss or break your account to look good. No. And when he was explaining, something dropped in my mind that when you go for events and then you're looking good, it prepares the mind of people to listen to you. Like when you're looking good, people want to listen to you. People want, in fact, I don't know if you've had this kind of experience that you've gone for seminars or whatever, and then you see people who look good, and then you're already having this expectation that they're definitely going to be one of the speakers, and at the end of the day they actually came as one of the attendees as well, and then you're like, wow, and that person really looks so good. It is not until you are called to the podium or maybe you are invited for a program before you can look good. You can begin to package yourself. That packaging is very, very, very important. And remember, that is when you must have settled your competence issue. That is when you must have settled your identity issue, your vision issue. So please find your place in the society. Find your assignment, find your inner purpose, and begin to position yourself rightly. And like Mr. Peace Bamidele said, that is even what is going to fuel your confidence. If you don't have anything you're doing, you have nothing, no influence, no impact, what are you going to boast of? Nothing. So please, all those things are very necessary, and your dressing should also be very important to you. I believe you've been charged this evening. Like I said, Mr. Peace, in fact, the fire is too much. It is too much. So I will advise that those who are just joining this live stream should please play this video from the beginning. Yeah. I promise you, you're going to get so much. You're going to get a lot. You're going to get a lot. So thank you so much, Mr. Peace Bamidele. We've been charged. We've
Thank
been charged. We've
Thank
been
you,
charged.
Thank
Thank
you, everyone,
you
for
for
connecting and
listening.
joining. And
Thank
enjoy
you,
the rest of
sir.
the conference. Well done. God bless you. And well done, Tolu.
Thank
God bless you.
you.
And happy birthday
Thank
again.
you so
All right.
much. It's all
All
right, sir.
right.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Take care of yourself, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for doing this for us. So thank you there, people. Our next session is going to start by 6 p.m. this evening. Please don't get tired. This is a conference where you get fired up. This is a conference where you get fired up. Don't relent. Come for the 6 p.m. session, and I'm sure you're going to testify. It's all right. Thank you.